Hi, camera. So, yesterday was very strange. I'm like editing my little waffle video. I put it up, and then everyone's like, whoa, bad timing. And I'm like, why? Like, is it dinner for you and you don't want to eat waffles? No. Apparently, Tyler, the creator, is Twitter. And my first response to this was in poor taste. I said, must be Monday, because I just figured that it was just the average Tyler the Creator. Oh, somebody just found out about the lyrics to frickin' Tron Cat or something like that. I'm like, okay, well, that's gonna last like 3 minutes. So, I don't know, I just move on. No, this one is different, and it made me realize like a bunch of different things throughout looking at all these tweets, and I'll go through all of them, also as well as some specific things that I doubt anybody else who's gonna cover this, because I bet a billion YouTubers and everyone's gonna cover this. I found some interesting things. I also want to just say, this made me think about something that I think about all the time, and it is the concept that not everybody has to have an opinion on everything. This is how I feel. I thought this when political creator Charlie Kirk got killed. Not everybody needed to have their own special opinion on this. I feel this with a lot of different world events. And so that's kind of my first perspective, but I'll kind of explain how I came to that after we go through some of these tweets. First off, content warning, horrible stuff mentioned. Like, here's the deal. I'm never gonna content warn racism because, as any person of color could attest, you don't get a content warning in life about racism. But I will say, like, obviously, considering that we're going to be seeing some of these tweets, things such as sexual assault, sexual harassment, a bunch of different things end up coming up. The first thing I want to do is just check out this, like, TMZ post. There's a lot of tweets involved with this, but I screenshotted some are on TMZ. Here are some of these that are on TMZ. Tyler the Creator shocking post resurface. Yeah. This being the top comment, yeah, I will actually read them, but I already know that we're gonna get a lot of people that are just like, well, clearly you haven't heard Sarah, so there's a lot to unpack about that. But anyways, here are some of the tweets. I hate Black History Month. Why the F do we have to effing separate people still? Oh, it's paying homage to our heroes. F that. And black people are currently mad right now, but in 2 weeks we'll be over it, because they really don't care. Cool hashtag though, right? Ha 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 ha, some black works here. Affirmative. Like, half of these I can't even read. I hate the black dude from Victoria's. Jesus Christ. If this Zimmerman stuff doesn't go right, I hope black people don't riot or go on to prove to the others that they are animals. I can't think of any black directors that don't make cliche black theme or urban movies. I'm gonna look some up and see. So, there's so many more tweets, and I'm sure, even though I'm posting this literally the day after I'm recording, I'm posting this on October 21st, I just know that y'all have already seen most of these tweets. I want to, for one, provide some opinions on some of these, like just personal opinions. I'm just one guy, and not everyone's gonna agree with me, but like, I actually felt certain ways about some of them that are mentioning like specific like black people and like certain like behavior for certain things. So I just felt like I wanted to express that in some way. So I hate Black History Month. Why the F do we have to separate people still? Oh, it's paying homage to our heroes. F that. This is stupid. This is stupid. Every time that I see a black person kind of like falling into this trap of like hating opportunities to celebrate black culture, or like anybody who hates on their own opportunities to celebrate their own culture, I find it very disheartening. And also, like, I just think it's kind of sad, like the life that you would have had to live and like the space in which you would have to grow up to hate Black History Month. 2014, how old was Tyler the Creator in 2014? Jesus Christ, 23? That's me next year. I don't know, it's incredibly disappointing. I say just trust me. We're gonna get a lot of information at the start, and then it's sort of like, well, what can be done? That's at the end. I promise, it's at the end. Black people are currently mad right now, but in 2 weeks we'll be over it because they really don't care. Yeah, so this is about Mike Brown. So Mike Brown, this kid was killed, shot and killed by a police officer in St. Louis, Missouri, Ferguson, Missouri, I believe. Here's my thoughts on this. For one, I think it's wrong. Two, this is how I feel about this sort of concept. And I'm not saying that this is how Tyler felt, and I'm not saying this excuses this tweet. This is just how I feel about this sort of phenomenon in general, of people being very adamant about like a social cause or something such as that, and then in a few weeks they ignore it, right? I found this very difficult during like Blackout Tuesday, when a bunch of people were just posting black squares in 2020, because it was a trend. And then like everyone was like, oh, well, the trend's over now. And it was very heartbreaking. For one, like I was isolated because it was 2020. COVID happened. I'm like isolated. Social media is like my life force because I'm not leaving the house. And to see that like supporting black people was a trend, crazy to me. Crazy to me. And in a way, like, I slightly get the feeling and the frustration with this tweet, but this is not the way to go about it. And also, this is not helpful. Like, this is not the same thing. People, mostly non-black people, kind of posting black squares as a trend is not the same as what Tyler, the Creator, predicts how people would have responded 2 weeks after the fact from Mike Brown being killed. And it's also frustrating because does he care? Because when you post things like this 4 or 6 months earlier, and then you post things like this, and you're like, well, black people don't care about, do you care? And it's just so disappointing. I know damn well that Tyler, the Creator tweets resurface a lot. A lot of different lyrics, a lot of different tweets. And he mentions these in a lot of his lyrics. For instance, like Manifesto. Tyler, the Creator's apologies is something that has been studied. Later in this video, I'm going to be showing you something related to that. Yeah, okay. And then like none of this, absolutely none of this makes an ounce of sense. And it always like pisses me off, because Tyler, the Creator, was really angry in his early discography, in his lyrics, for people calling his music like horrorcore, or people saying that he was shock value. And it's like, well, is this shock value, or is this actually how you feel? Because for one, either way, inexcusable. But two, this is still important to figure out. Are you just trying to be shocking, or do you actually feel this way? And it's always difficult with like insincere people, because Tyler, the Creator, is somebody that like, I think during like the Flower Boy era, he's like, I'm not gonna be funny. I'm gonna spend a year not being funny. Is this him being funny? Or is this how he feels? Or is this him trying to get attention? I genuinely don't know. This is just wrong. This is just like, yeah, it's a bad tweet, but it's just like factually incorrect. He was obviously the best character. I struggle with a lot of this because a lot of this is unproductive. This tweet is about George Zimmerman, who murdered Trayvon Martin, which, if you don't know about Trayvon Martin, was another black kid who was murdered. This helps nobody. This tweet serves about as much purpose as Ian doing his little XXL freshman Instagram reel explaining that he met the snappers in his freestyle 20 minutes before they recorded the freestyle.
I met the two of the guys who snapped for me like 20 minutes ago. And then I had two of my boys pull up. I didn't realize that gets fatiguing. Yeah. They were like...
Yes, that is a real Instagram reel that exists. Why was it made? I don't know. It genuinely serves no purpose. This is worse though, because not only does it serve no purpose, it's harmful, extremely harmful. And then we have this tweet, which I actually have some feelings about it. One, I do think black directors and black creatives are put in sort of a box no matter what. Like, I don't know how I'm perceived, because I make art and I make films and I do this and I do that. But then I'm like, okay, how am I perceived as a YouTuber? You know, am I a black YouTuber or am I a YouTuber? Am I a music YouTuber? Like, it doesn't matter. Black creatives are always going to be seen, even if people don't recognize it as that, as black creatives. And it can be difficult because people want you to be put into a box. And I also get like a lot of like black people in my comments like hating on like the stuff that like I decide to talk about, and it's really frustrating. And it's like, do you hate me? Do you hate yourself? I actually have a video coming out, and it sort of talks about like internalized racism with that I've experienced from other black people onto me. So I'm very interested to see from all my black viewers like how y'all feel about that. It's upsetting because I sort of get where Tyler's coming from with like, why does every black director have to make a film that's about being black? But also, don't be frustrated at black directors. Artists should know the hoops and the lanes that other creatives have to go through. And sometimes being a black director and making a film about black struggles not only can be super triumphant and exciting, but also that could be something that the director actually wants to make. And if Tyler doesn't want to do that, because now he directs videos and he does this and does that, he doesn't have to be doing what he criticizes. But there's also nothing wrong with this. And it's also frustrating because one of my favorite songs of last year was I Killed You off of Chromacopia. And that song was about black hair and about the struggle and about, combing it. Oh, it's nappy. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. We maintain it. We kill our hair. And it was so refreshing. It was genuinely like some of my favorite lyricism because I was just so excited. I'm like, oh my God, he made a song about freaking black hair? What the hell? I don't know. It's so frustrating because obviously Tyler, the creator, can grow as a person, but I'm going to explain later in this video. I promise. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but we're unpacking a lot, y'all. He could be doing more. I know that this is his past. He could be doing more, and I'll explain how he could be doing more. But anyways, those are some of the tweets. Let me get into some more. Yeah, and so somebody responded to this tweet, same day, someday. You like white people way too much, but I guess that's your fan base. So 2013, this had to have been when Wolf dropped. It's very disappointing to see that still to this moment, this is post Frank Ocean winning that Grammy for Channel Orange. I mean, I'm just trying to think of the social climate in 2013. Then again, I was 10, but still disappointing, incredibly disappointing. And the white fan base, we're gonna come back to. But just keep in mind, a lot of people are fueling this idea of Tyler the Creator, he's appealing to this white fan base. That's why he's saying these things. There's a lot going into a lot of different things. And I just feel like it's a bit less surface level than that. That's just how I feel. Sexual harassment, describing sexual assault. Selena Gomez, okay, Jesus Christ. And this is 2010, 2011, sexual harassment, describing sexual assault to Victoria Justice. So a lot of people have been responding to the tweets by Tyler the Creator. Here's one by whoiswhulo. Y'all try to make it seem like Tyler's only issue was him being anti-black towards himself, and that's not true. He has plenty songs about harming women. His hatred didn't just spill out of himself, it affected many young black girls and out queer people. Yeah, so that's the other thing. It's I think some people, and I hope people don't, but unfortunately, people be stupid. People are gonna come out of this and be like, oh, well, he's black and he's hating on black people, so it's okay. It's well, no, yeah, a lot of his past lyrics were very, very harmful. And I feel like people try to excuse that. Well, no, and it's no, because again, there has not been enough that Tyler the Creator has done to better that. Or to, not to undo, I'm struggling with coming up with the right word, but to actually help or to actually acknowledge that and fix it and to at least attempt to fix some of the harm that he has done. Yeah, here's a picture of Tyler the Creator. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show what it is, but I will describe it as him. He is in a KKK outfit. And here's him doing a Nazi salute. I don't know who this is or this, but this is the most blackface party thing I've ever seen in my entire life. This is some Justin Trudeau type blackface. Yeah. Okay, so now here's a bunch of tweets of him harassing Wale. Yeah, just F Wale. He's just it's... So you may be wondering, okay, well, how did this start? And where is it going now? What are people's responses to this besides just the fact that they're calling Tyler the Creator out? So this all started, unfortunately, very unfortunately, from Tyler the Creator acknowledging the sad passing of music pioneer D'Angelo. First off, rest in peace. And it's very, very sad and unfortunate that this was the catalyst for a lot of stuff going down. Tyler the Creator, in response, liked this tweet. The fact that Tyler the Creator's fan base hates black music, despite Tyler himself having a very deep love and appreciation for it. And then they talk about like a bunch of different collaborators. They still refuse to engage with black art on any meaningful level, very cannibalistic. So this all came because I believe a lot of Tyler the Creator fans were like, who's D'Angelo? Like they're just like trolling, right? Because this is something that I've expressed 1,000 times. Oh my God, people do not know how to take things seriously. And I have a lot of different videos kind of like talking about this sort of thing, about people not being able to take anything seriously, which has like genuinely like ruined my perception of like certain things that like I post, because if I try to be sincere in something, people just comment a joke and it's like, you can take the day off. Take the goddamn day off. Somebody reposted the tweets on Reddit, and this sort of sums up a lot of people's initial response to Tyler the Creator being upset about his white fans, which I am going to talk about. I want to feel bad for him because his fandom sucks, but at the end of the day, who set that up? He made his bed by catering to racist suburban white boys, and now he has to lie in it with a bunch of fools who don't respect his art nor the people who inspire it. Artists with a majority white fan base is already going to be popular, especially if they're just like an American artist. Did Tyler the Creator create this? I think so. It's tricky to fully pinpoint because I bet a lot of Tyler the Creator fans are like my age, slightly older, slightly younger. And in that case, a lot of them probably weren't following like the early Odd Future up until like Wolf eras, maybe not even like Cherry Bomb. And obviously that's when like a lot of these things were a thing, like his tweets, his more like controversial sort of actions and things such as that. I honestly think that yes, Tyler the Creator isn't entirely in a position to complain about his white fans considering that he crafted that space. But I do think that he's able to complain about people not taking the death of somebody seriously. Just because you end up getting a lot of white fans or audience, or this type of audience or that type of audience, if you make it clear that you are upset about the death of somebody, that is not on you. When people who either don't know how to contribute to a conversation, and so therefore they just decide to make a joke because they don't know how to contribute, that's not on you for the ignorant comments that might come about. So I'm not going to blame Tyler on that. And I will say that kind of leads into my opinion, and I'm going to explain further in depth. But yeah, like not everyone has to have an opinion on everything. If you don't know anything about somebody that passed away, don't comment. You do not have to be a part of everything. You don't. So a few other news publications have commented and talked about Tyler the Creator, and you can see that it's a very like saturated thing because like there's like this one website that like updated something like every like 2 hours or something. It was crazy. One website, I forget what website it was, but these were the three comments on the little comment section on the website, just literally recapping basically what I just recapped. So somebody said, "Don't act surprised. All the rappers are gay and hateful." What does that have to do with anything? Life is truly a circle. You thought these internet thoughts gonna let you off that easy. No black person need to stand in front of this clown. Let him face the monster he helped create over the years. F me hard, please. A lot to unpack here. Let's start with the way that this person saw Tyler the Creator controversy and was like, I'm gonna use this as an excuse to be bigoted. Get out of here. You do not have to comment about everything. And then there's this person. And here's the thing. A lot of black people are going to be upset. It's like, you created this and they're expressing, hey, Tyler the Creator, you just need to confront those demons that you created. I agree, but I also think there's more of an outcome because I don't think in a scenario where Tyler the Creator was not harming himself, but more so just everyone else, I don't think he needs to face anything. I think he needs to be actionable. And what does those actions look like? Again, stay tuned. I promise. The outcome, the thing that I imagine is on its way. It's on its way. Also, apparently this is the thing. Apparently Tyler the Creator only deleted his least offensive tweet. Wonderful, Tyler. Now there's also this post, which is on YouTube. This is another way that people are responding to this. And obviously, like, the Express Tribune will post similar videos to this all the time. So that's not for me to say, like, hey, why are they doing it with this one? It's like, no, this is what their content is. But I wanted to show you this regardless, because it kind of proves my thesis statement right now. Tyler, the Creator, faces backlash again. Tyler, the Creator is facing backlash as old anti-black posts from his early career resurface online. The controversy reignited after his tribute to D'Angelo, where fans criticized his audience relationship with black music. Screenshots from 2012 to 2014 showing Tyler make offensive remarks about black people and mocking Black History Month. The resurfaced posts have sparked debate about his early on violent behavior and its lingering effect on his public image. While Tyler, the Creator hasn't publicly responded, fans noticed several of the tweets were quietly deleted and growing criticism. So, what was the point of this? I'm not even convinced a human made this video. I don't know, it's so, like, unserious. It's like the goofy freaking music. And it's like, Tyler, the Creator criticized Black History Month. So now I want to talk about some apologies that Tyler, the Creator has given. I use air quotes on purpose. This is off verse 3, Manifesto, Call Me If You Get Lost. I came a long way from my past, it's obvious. Internet, bringing old lyrics up like I hide this. What's your address? I could probably send you a copy. I was canceled before canceled was with Twitter fingers. Protesting outside of my shows, gave them the middle finger. I was a teener, tweeting Selena crazy stuff, didn't want to offend her. Apologize when I seen her. Does Tyler, the Creator, not know that when you start something in a hostile way, explaining that an apology was sent out, and and that's clearly like the afterthought of this verse, that doesn't entirely help. And if the entire verse was just, here's me apologizing, like, that would be more helpful. But the fact that he starts it with, oh, y'all trying to cancel me? I apologize anyways, I'm doing this, and it's like, nah. Start with what's most important. Then we have Thought I Was Dead, pull up old tweets, pull up old t-shirts, all that. I moonwalk over that. Again, like Tyler, the Creator, Odd Future, used to have like very offensive t-shirts and stuff like that, and old tweets. Is this an apology? No. That's a rhetorical question. Was Manifesto an apology? No. No, he said he apologized to Selena Gomez, but that's not really an apology. Like, if he truly did apologize, that's great, but also, he didn't acknowledge that those tweets were bad. He said, in my defense, I was trying to F Justin Bieber. It's like, well, no, that doesn't make things better. Like, don't do an excuse, just be better. And with that, I also want to acknowledge this. It's called The Non-Apology of Tyler, the Creator. This is from John Gabad. This is from Gettysburg, y'all. This is from Gettysburg. This project analyzes the behavior and statements of the musician Tyler, the Creator, as compared to contemporary understandings of the steps, requirements, and functions of a public apology. So basically, Tyler, the Creator has not done enough, and John kind of like breaks down why that's a thing. So I'll actually link this in the description because I'm sure a lot of y'all will want to like be able to sit with this for a bit longer. But this is just really cool because John kind of like goes through like the background and kind of like explains obviously Tyler, the Creator, explains certain non-apologies. Okay, yeah, here we have Manifesto. Taylor Swift, no apology has been delivered. General public, no apology has been delivered. Tyler, the Creator being ignorant and not owning up to certain lyrics in some of his songs like Chon Cat and Fish, and talking about specific lyrics on songs like Sarah and VCR. And even going into like certain like Tyler, the Creator versus Swifties sort of stuff that happened, especially like last year. That was a big thing last year. Tyler, the Creator, apology or non-apology? To observe whether Tyler, the Creator's apology is successful or not, the artist's aforementioned approach to an apology can be compared to the previous defined terms of a successful apology. Each method will be either colored green, indicating success, or blue, indicating failure. So yeah, John's going crazy on this. Offering an explanation, remorse, sincerity, and offering reparations failed on that. Forbearance. John believes that Tyler, the Creator, using this method, successfully achieved. Through this project, it's just very clear that Tyler, the Creator, hasn't actually really apologized for anything. So this is a few things that I'll say. One, Tyler the Creator should apologize. For one, all the different artists that he has harassed throughout his lyrics or his tweets, all the different people. What is the outcome? It feels as if like every 6 months to a year, Tyler the Creator is in the hot seat again and tweets of his, old tweets resurface. And then dies down, and then nothing happens. And then it resurfaces, dies down, nothing happens. I think people have gotten into that rut. At a certain point I had, and then I realized, well, no, yeah, like stuff still can be done. And that's not on anybody besides Tyler the Creator. Tyler the Creator could do a lot, and he's choosing not to. He is making a choice. He could be apologizing and actually showing remorse, and he could actually show reparations, because it's hard to believe that he's changed when still clearly he seems almost like prideful about old tweets with lyrics such as in Manifesto and Thought I Was Dead. And Thought I Was Dead came out last year, you know? So like, how am I supposed to believe that Tyler the Creator actually feels remorse and is apologizing when he's like, I'm moonwalk over that? It's like, well, no, apologize for it, right? I've been saying this throughout the entire video. My thesis: not everyone has to have an opinion on everything. If you're not an impacted party, or if you're just like a Tyler the Creator fan that genuinely like is truly like not at all impacted, or if you're not a fan, you don't have to have an opinion on everything. I felt very strongly about certain tweets, and I felt very strongly, it's almost as if like people forget that there can be an outcome from all of this, and I felt strongly enough to want to express that and say that. But yeah, not everyone has to say something about something. Not everyone has to have an opinion on something. And that's something that like I've learned throughout my life that has like helped me a lot. And it's something that like I wish a lot more people on the internet sort of like acknowledge with themselves or other people. It's like, oh, like I don't have to share my opinion on this thing, or I don't have to like repost this, you know? So yeah, again, what can be done? Sincere apologies, also action. Tyler the Creator has expressed that he considers himself an advocate, or at least as much as an advocate as he can be. He could do more. He could simply just do more. He has the resources to do more. He could genuinely be doing a lot of things. Now, let's say he was to do this. Donate, as well as apologize, but also like donate or create certain like spaces for instance, like queer Black youth. You know, like let's say he like donated to something that helps queer Black youth, or a resource for like, you know, young Black girls, right? He could be doing that. He could. People perhaps could be like, well, that's not enough. But I hope that doesn't stop him from not doing anything. I don't think Tyler the Creator and the things that he's done in his past are beyond saving, or are beyond an apology, or is beyond making that situation better. I think more could be done. Anyways, yeah, that's how I'm feeling about all this stuff. That's sort of like a recap with a few of the tweets. And I'll be honest, like most of these tweets I hadn't actually seen before. And I don't know if they had like resurfaced like every single time that Tyler the Creator has been in controversy, or just like sometimes, but regardless, like I truly wasn't aware. But anyways, disappointing. Hopefully Tyler the Creator like actually gets up and does actionable things to better. And again, like not to better himself, but to better those that were negatively impacted. Nothing is ever going to be enough for everybody, but also that shouldn't stop somebody from trying. And I will say, like, there are some situations where like nothing this person does is gonna be enough, or if this person does this, it's gonna be enough. If you're somebody that's kind of like looking at this situation, you think like nothing that Tyler the Creator is gonna do is gonna be enough to like fix everything, quote unquote, then it's kind of where you have to like step away from that. Because if you believe that nothing could be done or nothing can be enough, well then that's for you to kind of dip away from. At least that's like how I see it, where it's like, well, if you truly believe that there's nothing that could be enough to be reparations or to fix certain things, that's where you got to dip out then. That's where you got to dip out. Because at that point, you don't want those things. There's something else. So I'd also like to just highlight that potential perspective. But anyways, I've been talking forever. I want to drink water. Stay hydrated, in case nobody has told you that. Yeah, camera. I just feel drained. I just feel a lot of just mentally, physically drained.